Hi guys, it's Beast. This is my video for my faun makeup tutorial. I got a lot of questions asking if I would do one, so this is just the step-by-step process of what I do for my faun makeup. And it's really up to interpretation. You can take these steps and then make it your own. So, I washed my face, it's clean, no makeup, ready to go. So first I put my hair up in my unicorn horn, because it's the best and the only way I should put my hair up. Looking fucking fantastic. You guys have to do this too. There is no other options. Next, I use my facial primer. It's just a part of my foundation routine. You can skip this step if you want, if you don't have a primer, but it just keeps my foundation staying on and not looking cakey and gross. So that's my primed face. Next, I'll be using my BB cream. It is a tinted moisturizer. It is also part of my foundation routine. You can also skip this step. So I'm just going to rub that all over my face. And then I'm going to use my foundation in extra super pale color and rub that all over my face just so that my skin looks smooth and clear and ready to go. And I blend it all out of my face, on my neck, get around my nose ring, and then I'm good to go. Look at that, looking cute. Next, I'm just going to be using my powder foundation to set all of the makeup in. Again, this is just part of my own foundation routine. You can do this if you want to. I guess I recommend it, but you don't have to. Look at that. Aw, so fresh. Next, I'm going to be using a bronzer. You can use any bronzer as long as it's a couple shades darker than your skin tone, and I realize that this is not very helpful for people who are not extremely pale like me, but just find something that's a few shades darker than your skin tone, and you're going to be blending it all along your cheekbones, under your eyes, all the way up to your nose, around your temples, down on your chin. Just outline the entire outside of your face. The only places you are not going to be using bronzer are around your mouth and on your nose and on your forehead. So look at that. That's how it's going to look. Next, I'm going to be using, this is a very white pigmented like eyeshadow base, and I'm going to be patting that all along my eyes. You can probably use like an eyeshadow primer, and then if you have a white eyeshadow, that's good. All that's really mandatory is that it has to be very white pigmented. So I'm patting that all over my eyes, all the way up to my eyebrows, and letting it dry a little bit. And then I'm going to pat kind of like a nude cream color over it because I don't have a white eyeshadow. That's the closest thing that I have. So I'm going to do it on both eyes. Just make sure that it's very, very contrasting to the bronzer that you put on your face. All done. Next, I'm going to be using a pencil brow liner, and I'm going to be shaping my eyebrows. And what I do is I start down at the bottom, not where my actual eyebrow is, but kind of where my nose bridge starts. And I drag it down to make my eyebrows look really dramatic and really long. And I outline them, and then I'm going to fill them in. Right, there's one. And I apologize, I wasn't wearing my glasses and I'm slightly blind. I didn't see that I didn't fill them out completely. Normally I do, but this is the third time I've filmed this tutorial and I'm kind of done. So that's what they look like. Make sure you fill them in all the way, unlike me, because I could not see. For this step, I just used a cheap mascara because I don't really own things that help you define your brows. So I just used a cheap mascara to fill in the rest and to make sure everything was set and looked good and looked really dark. That could be fixed by filling them in more, but you know, whatever. Next, I'm going to be using a felt tip eyeliner. Again, all of these are just drugstore brand, and I'm going to be creating a really dramatic winged eye. And if you don't know how to make a winged eye, like winged eyeliner, I can probably make a separate tutorial for it, but for now, I'm just gonna do it because it's easier that way. And I had a hard time filming because I couldn't see, so everything is blurry and it sucks, and I'm sorry. Still looks good though. Gonna do the other eye. And make sure it's a liquid liner because that's probably the easiest to do this with, unless you have some sort of magical skill doing it with pencil or gel eyeliner. So next I'm going to be taking my pencil again, and I'm going to be outlining the bottom part of my eye, not on my waterline because something else is going to go there, and I'm just going to connect the bottom line to the top wing, just like that. Look at me singing. Look at that. And then next, I'm going to be taking my liquid liner and kind of dragging out the inner corners of my eye. I really don't know what to call this. It's just like another wing, but on the inner corner. And it's much easier to show you than to explain it. So that's what it looks like. Do that. So cute. Next, I'm going to be taking a Q-tip and the same white pigment, and you can do this with a white eyeliner. I'm going to be taking some on the Q-tip, and I'm going to be filling in my waterline with white to make my eyes look bigger and more doughy. That sounds weird. More doe-eyed. Like that. And then I'm going to curl my lashes and put mascara on. And for this, I feel like you could totally put on fake eyelashes. I don't own any, so I didn't. And my eyelashes are pretty long to begin with, so I didn't feel like that step was necessary, but you could definitely do that to make it look a little bit more feminine or dramatic, because I think that would look really cool. So make sure you don't forget your top and bottom lashes. And that's what it looks like. Doesn't it look so great? Next, I'm going to be taking that white pigment and I'm going to be rubbing it all over my mouth and like my chin area and underneath my nose to kind of give it like a muzzle effect, if that makes sense. And what I do is I cover it over half of the top and bottom lips to make it look kind of faded. And I put it along my nose bridge and on my forehead too. And then you blend it all out. Yay. Next, I'm going to be taking my pencil and I'm going to be creating my nose. And what you're going to do is you're going to outline the underside of your nose and your nostrils, and you're going to be filling that in. You can make the nose big, you can make it look really tiny and thin. It's really up to you. And make sure you don't pencil in on the inside of your nostrils, because your nose will probably at some point get runny, or you'll get a booger and you'll want to pick it, and then black is going to be all over your finger and your Kleenex, and you're just going to smudge it, and it's going to be awful. So next, I'm going to be creating a little line down whatever that thing is called. I can't think of it at the moment, whatever. And I'm going to be taking that line down to the middle of my lip and then bringing it out to create the mouth. Yay! Doesn't that look so cute and so fawn-like? Adorable. Stop making faces. Stop. Okay, next you're going to take your Q-tip and your white pigment, and you're going to create the spots on your face. And you just dot them around in random patterns. You can streak them out. You can really go nuts with these spots because you're creating your own look. So you get to be creative. You can bring it up along your forehead, down your jaw. You can just have them on your cheeks. You can basically place them wherever. And then finally, you can style your hair. You can put a wig on, find some horns, find a flower crown, do whatever you want. You have creative authority on this. And this is essentially my finished look. That's really all you have to do. It's not a long process. This took me about a half hour. If you own horns, if you own a flower crown, that's great. If you don't, whatever. You could just have the face. You can dress up for the part and do whatever you like. So that's basically it for the look and for the tutorial. I hope you guys liked watching, and I'll see you later.
Sorry, that will never change.
Don't support slut shaming. No.